Okay, so if you don't feel safe in the present moment, which is the only moment that there is, then I've mentioned on my last video that that is a indication that your inner child doesn't feel safe, because you have to realize that all the moments that you have gone through, all the memories and all the traumatic events that you have experienced, they all still live within you unless you have released those feelings of how that made you feel. And a lot of the times people grow up in households where they have emotionally unavailable parents, and this means that they don't feel safe, or they don't feel like they can express in healthy ways the way that their own caregivers had made them feel. So instead, they just try and do anything they can do to please their caregivers, because they want them to be happy, so they're taken care of, and therefore dismiss their own emotions and the way that they feel about what's going on around them and about how they have made them feel. So over time, what happens is these emotions go inside the body and they get buried deeper and deeper and deeper. And it also means that anything that happens externally, the littlest trigger in a conversation, and it will set the feelings that are buried up inside the body off. So it all comes bubbling to the surface. And this is why it's so crucial to realize that you need to let go and release the pain of the past so you can move forward in a healthy manner. If you don't look and deal with pain when it happens in the present moment of it happening, then this will always be the case. It will always be buried inside the body, and over time it will get buried deeper and deeper, and it will move the scale of emotion. So what was sadness to begin with is now bottling up and becoming anger and rage, and it just wants to be looked at, because as soon as you realize what is happening, you can release that anger and you can release that rage. But until that happens, what is going to happen is you are going to be in relationships now, romantic relationships, that will reflect back to you the love that you have within and the lack of love that you have within, the love that you never received from your parents. And you will be playing this role with your partner, and your inner child will be at the forefront, and it will be acting in ways that you needed to act when you were younger, but you'll be playing it out now. For example, if you had a father that was never there, never present, never attended to you, now you'll have this father wound. So you'd want to be treated in certain ways. You want to feel like you're in control, because you never felt like you had any control around your father. You never got the love that you wanted to receive. So now that inner wound is wanting more than anything love, but because it never got love in a healthy way, how they see love now is control, manipulation, and getting the person to do what they want for them, because that gives them a sense of peace and belonging. But that's not going to reflect back true, genuine love, because it can only reflect back the inner wounds that are coming from within, that are because of childhood. So this is why no one's good and bad, right and wrong. It's none of that, because people play out behaviours based on what happened to them during their childhood. And again, if you hold on to hate and anger and resentment from your father or from your mother, then you're going to replay what they played out when they were younger onto your children. So it's like a repeated cycle, generational cycles, until you realise that you can break the habit by thinking differently, and therefore feeling differently, and attracting different experiences for yourself.